Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. It's another week in Mexico, and this week we can unlock another new car. This is the Mitsubishi FTO, which stands for Future Technology Original, probably. There is actually some cool customization for this thing. We'll jump into that in a moment. But before we do, we now need to start checking out the backstage pass. We can first tell who won last week. To nobody's surprise, it was the A86 and the Ferrari, so well done. And this week's vote is officially up. The Ferrari 599XX and the Alpha 155 versus a Aston and a Bentley. I like the Italians. Those are great cars. I guess with that out of the way, let's just go unlock our new Mitsubishi FTO. I think we're good, boys. We first tried it. The weekly speed run is officially complete. 17 minutes later, the Mitsubishi FTO officially unlocked. I think we should work with the comments and try to come up with a better name for the FTO. Fire transmission out. Fight the oversteer. What a great name. We've got 200 horsepower. We're front wheel drive. It's got a 2-liter V6 engine in it. It's actually one of the smallest V6 production engines ever made. This wouldn't be an AR12 video without any fun facts about the Mitsubishi FTO. This was one of Mitsubishi's more affordable cars. It was a front-wheel drive 4-cylinder, or for this one in particular, a V6. They were originally only sold in Japan, and they did really, really well in Japan. They were so popular, in fact, a ton of them started getting imported into the UK. However, the popularity of this car kind of went like this. It went up, 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 very popular, and then nobody was interested. Long story short, Mitsubishi stopped selling this thing, and they instead wanted to focus on the Mitsubishi GTO and the Mitsubishi Eclipse, which was sort of kind of the same as this thing, but better and cooler and fast. This one in particular is called the FTO GP version R. Essentially what Mitsubishi did with this thing, I think they only made like a couple hundred of these. They basically made them as lightweight as they could. For this one, here, look at this, look at this. Actually, let me open up photo mode. I'm going to show you something really weird with this. You see how in the front, we've got these grill holes here? That is supposed to be a fog light, except Mitsubishi thought that it was too heavy to include a fog light on it, so they removed it. They also removed all of the climate control stuff and all of the sound deadening to try to make it as lightweight as physically possible. This wasn't actually the most special version of the Mitsubishi FTO that they ever made. Mitsubishi made one fully electric version in 1999. People often think electric cars just came about in the past 5-10 years or whatever. Wrong. Mitsubishi was actually working on an electric Mitsubishi FTO in the 1990s and actually set a record with the Mitsubishi FTO where they drove, I think it was 2,000 kilometers in 24 hours. So stopping at charging stations to fill the car back up and then kept driving. And it was the longest distance that anybody had ever driven in 24 hours using an electric car, which is actually pretty cool. After Mitsubishi made this thing, made the cool electric version, made the Mitsubishi GTO and the Eclipse, they kind of forgot how to make cool cars. I would like to apologize if you have a Mitsubishi, but Mitsubishis nowadays are genuinely shit boxes. However, they make really good air conditioners, so Mitsubishi still has that going for them. Let's jump into the customization, and actually, you know what? I should probably start off with the body parts. So there are body parts from this company called Speed, which essentially turns your Mitsubishi FTO into a Supra, but we have one at home. I'm gonna go for that. Very good. And we have a rear wing from Speed. Since this thing is front wheel drive bone stock, why don't we keep it front wheel drive for our first build? Oh, those are really disappointing engines. What? The stock engine in this thing is a big V6. It's a 2-liter V6. We can swap in a 2-liter straight 4 turbo and a 1.6 straight 4 turbo. What are those? Did nobody think about putting something a bit more interesting in there? Let's go twin turbo, the V6 that's in this thing. Oh, boys, what if we go semi-slicks for our first build? Homemade autocross. So let's go semi-slicks on this thing. Yeah, we have engine spacers, which are actually pretty good. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Good. Nice. Then we we definitely need a lightweight clutch, get a nice upgraded transmission. Good. Race drive shaft to, again, keep things light. We're also going to give it some race brakes for the weight reduction. Slam it down to the ground with race suspension. Very good. Oh, yo, the roll cage is sick. Look at the way it goes down, like, into the trunk of the car. I kind of like that, but it does make us heavy, so I think I'm going to pass. We will go and get some weight reduction. Remove an extra 400 pounds. This is almost sub 2,000 pounds. And then let's just give it a little bit extra horsepower. I want to be the ultimate autocrosser. Actually, let's just go top of A-class. We're already there. 325 horsepower. We weigh 2,000 pounds with this thing. Now that is a lightweight Mitsubishi FTO. In real life, Mitsubishi only ever offered the FTO, or like this particular one, in 3 different colors: black, red, and white. Depending on what color of car you had, it changed the color of the interior. Unfortunately, it doesn't do it in the game, but I think like the black one had a black interior, the red one had like a white interior, and the white one had like a blue interior. It was really, really strange, but that was the only way to get like a different interior color for your FTO in real life. We gotta fix our license plate. We gotta fix our license plate. AR-12 winter hats are available now on the store and ship anywhere in the world. You should go check them out. There's a link down below. That's a great license plate. I like that. I'm gonna go to the Winter Wonderland test track. That is essentially autocross out at the stadium. Wild run coming up right here. We're definitely going sub 1 minute. We are about to destroy our previous best with our homemade autocross boys. This is such a nice car to drive. I love front-wheel drive cars. Genuinely, I do not think we get enough of them in Forza Horizon games. I love it when we get more normal cars like this. I know this one is like a special version of a normal car, but it's closer to a normal car, you know? Boys, if you're in the UK, you can actually buy one of these Mitsubishi FTOs, not like the GP version R version, but like the regular version, for like 3K. They're just like an obtainable car, and that's what I love about them. We just put in a sub 1 minute lap, 57 seconds. You'll love to see it. I fully understand the Mitsubishi FTOs have like this incredible cult following. However, would it be out of pocket if I say I do not like this car? Like, don't get me wrong, it's a cool car and I can respect it. I would not own this car. When I see one drive past me, I don't go, wow, a Mitsubishi FTO. I go, wow, that car still exists and hasn't fallen apart just yet. It's not a bad car. I just have no interest in ever owning one or expressing any desire of being inside of anyways, let's just go and upgrade the engine. I'm gonna give it a upgrade the engine. I'm gonna give it a 2-liter straight 4 engine, and I just want to see how much horsepower it can get. I guess let's make it rear wheel drive. Just ignore what I said before about how there's not enough front wheel drive cars in this game. You know what, let's go semi-slick, or actually full slick. Now I can just get maximum horsepower on this engine. How much is the turbo gonna give us? 300 horsepower. That's not bad. I guess I shouldn't be poo-pooing on this car that much. 850 horsepower, and it weighs 2,000 pounds. Coco says just wait until you see the top speed. Don't tell me the top speed is something atrocious. That's not atrocious. 235 miles an hour. Wait. Could this be one of the new cheapest, fastest cars in this game? Jesus Christ. 200 miles an hour, 215, 220, 225. It just... Bro, it doesn't slow down. 230, 240 miles an hour. Straight line it, go. 246, 247, 248, 249, 250 miles an hour going up a hill. That's so ridiculous. You know what? If it's so fast in a straight line, I might as well take it to a street race and give it a go there. Coco says, I would once again like to take this opportunity to call out the Forza developer for giving Mitsubishi's underpowered engine. I genuinely don't know what the developers have against Mitsubishi and Subaru as well, but the engines for the cars are always just not great. It was the same thing for the Sierra Evo. It was just, it didn't work. What did Subaru and Mitsubishi to do to deserve this level of punishment from the developers? Skill issues. Sir, you should go and get a sticker from the... I'm not gonna talk. I think this build was a bit ambitious, but rubbish. 800 horsepower with tires that, all things considered, aren't that thick, and non-existent aero from that rear wing and from the front bumper makes it a little sketchy. It's like a power build with all of the power, but none of the advantages. Just leave it in 5th gear and then it's fine. No, it still spins its wheel. This is where we can use the speed. Speed! Yes! Speed! Real speed! I wasn't doubting it. I wasn't doubting it for a second. If the race course is basically a straight line, you're good. Out of nowhere from like 10th to 1st, you love to see it. Well done. I want to see if I could actually make this thing into a decent racer. All-wheel drive, whatever engine is the most powerful. And this engine that we've got in there right now, 850 horsepower. Let me check how much this turbo rally engine can build. I don't think it's that much. 670 horsepower. That's no good. And then I've got to assume the developers nerfed the stock engine for this thing. Okay, the developers really have something against these Mitsubishis. Less than 600 horsepower. This engine, the 2-liter straight 4 turbo, is just the best engine. So in that case, I just need to go from rear wheel drive. That's quite the jump. And we can get aero, so swap the aero to the race front splitter. I really didn't expect to say the Mitsubishi FTO is middle of S2 class, but here we are. Let's see what we can do. A middle of S2 class Mitsubishi FTO. What a ridiculous thing to say. I tried to aim for the high speed corners as much as possible, but at the end of the day, I think we are just straight up gonna be tire limited and aero limited from the body. Although, yeah, we've got aero from the rear wing and the front splitter. It can only do so much. I'll be honest, I think when they designed the Mitsubishi FTO, I don't think they really designed it to take corners at 150 miles an hour. So I think we will struggle a little bit with that. Maybe with my brilliant tuning, it won't be too bad. I mean, it gets a little understeer, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I think this might be, from a driver's perspective, I think this might actually be one of my favorite cars that I've built so far over the past little while. How is it going to handle these slower speed corners, though? This is where the understeer is going to be. I tried to... I mean, if we take them sideways, I did not expect it to actually put down any of its power. I didn't expect it to take any corner. And the fact that it's able to do all of that... Spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Across the line. I can tell you where the problem is. The problem for this car lies between the steering wheel and the seat. That is the one problem with this vehicle. Are we gonna make it a trend now? When we get a front wheel drive car in this game, we have to drift it front wheel drive? Is that what we're doing? Is that the pledge that we are now making? How hard could it be to drift this thing? I've got like 600 horsepower front wheel drive. I think I might have accidentally made a death trap. Nighttime drifting with post-rain condition. How hard could it be? In. Slide. No, not that way. It's a bit more grippy than you'd expect. Why is it so grippy? Like, it's working. It's just not working particularly well, you know? Do a skid. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. This is a good run. This is a good run. We're doing 23 miles an hour drifting. 45 miles an hour drifting. Yo, this is actually a good run. This is a good run. 73,000 points. The Mitsubishi FTO definitely isn't one of my particular favorite cars. Hopefully next week's Aston Martin is better. Sorry, next week's Aston Martin